And we are back here on Survive and Thrive. Today on this channel, I wanted to talk about an NFT that I got behind in the last few months, and it was prior to their mint, and that NFT is Pluto Alliance and their aliens. Take a look up here in the upper right hand corner to see when I first covered this. It was about a week after I actually minted a couple of these NFT aliens back in third week of September. As you can see here on their Discord page, they've got a great following and there's a lot of activity happening all the time about different things with their partnerships, announcements of new drops for those current NFT holders, as well as updating everybody on their roadmap. So for anybody who isn't invested in NFTs currently, please take the time to make sure that these NFTs that you invest in aren't going to turn out to be a rug pull, because that has happened on several occasions. And I was fortunate with this one to be able to learn about it, like I mentioned, just before the pre-sale mint, and just happened to stumble upon a YouTube video that was discussing it and talking about it in more detail. But you also start to understand that when you look at Discord and Twitter, those two places will let you know what the following is like from people who are interested in that particular NFT, and to make sure that they're actually legit. Now, as you can see here for Pluto Alliance, this is the NFT project that has already 15 different partnerships. Everything from the Eververse, Funky Monkey, Mooney NFT, Engine Starter, Starship, Coin League Revenue Share, and Ethereum Towers. So you can see that they're already starting to build out very strongly and have a great foundation. And they've got 13,000 aliens. And as you can see here, Pluto Twitter, 34,000 followers. Jumping over to their Twitter, this is honestly the only reason why I even have a Twitter account, was because I started to realize that the only way to learn about upcoming NFT projects or to see the current ones out there was to actually have Twitter. And you can see here to the right, DZ and Justin, as well as Ben Armstrong, they're all part of the Bitboy Crypto crew, who is the main founders and backers of Pluto Alliance. And so that is yet another great sign that this is going to be a long-term project with much success. And as I just quickly scroll down, there's a number of events that have happened. Most recently is this V2 minting, and they were allowing the original V1 holders to burn a V1 for a V2 and get a randomized alien, as you were able to in the pre-sale mint for the original V1s. It was completely randomly generated for the alien and associated traits. So you can see that the artistry is very well done. And just for me, it's been just a lot of fun to be a part of this project and see where they're headed. I actually didn't have a chance to do the burn, but I am considering picking up a V2 alien, or possibly two. And I will show you later in this video actually which ones I own currently, and talk a little bit more about where I think Pluto Alliance is headed. So just scrolling more through this, you can see they're always constantly, daily talking about new contests, new partnerships, new things that are happening. And they're doing a very great job at getting exposure for their project and making sure between this Discord and their YouTube channel to make sure that it is being talked about at great scale and getting a lot of great support behind them. So I won't spend a lot of time scrolling through all these different tweets, but just wanted to show you just a sense in terms of the activity and just to see what this project is about. I want to jump over to their website and show you where I originally went to do my pre-sale mint. This is where I just saw the fun in the project. They had a great storyline. As you can see here, at the time of the minting the floor price 0.09 ETH. So at that time, plus your gas fees, I want to say it was like $250 to $300 to mint each alien. So at that time, I actually ended up just minting 2. But as you read through this storyline and you look on their website, you can see that they've really put a lot of thought into how they want to make this work. They've got these Pluto Alliance aliens that are the kings of each of the 9 planets. And you can take a look at their roadmap. Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Neptune have declared their intentions to side with Earth, while the remaining planets have declared their allegiance with Pluto. Thus, the Pluto Alliance was formed. Looking down here below, they show just a number of different goals they were at for each of the 9 planets, and they've already met a lot of these, and there's still some out there that they're trying to develop and tackle. But they also are getting into the NFT gaming space. And so I just happened to get lucky with this particular NFT minting because I hadn't realized at the beginning that they were actually getting into gaming. And I feel very fortunate to be a holder of these NFTs because I see a lot of long-term upside for this. And you can see it now where NFT gaming is that next step that is developing. And I think it's going to be a huge, giant industry to make a lot of money. So Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, there's still a number of items that they're trying to fulfill. They're even looking at, you can see in some of these where they're wanting to create, this says metaverse hangout spots, Coinbase marketplace verification, expand the brand of the third chain, continue branding outreach. And like I said, I just see that they're just doing a great job with what they're doing. Had several airdrops for current NFT holders and really just trying to share the wealth. Like I said, they had this latest opportunity back, I think it was end of November, and that was where you could actually burn if you were an original V1 holder. Now they have went as of December 1st into the public sale, and you can see that 3,300 have been sold, and there's a total of 10,000, and that's a fairly common number for NFT projects coming out, is that 10,000 number. Now I think that with these V2s coming out and burning a lot of the V1s, that will create some rarity with the ones that I currently hold, and so I'm hopeful that it'll bring up the floor price on the V1s. And like I mentioned, I am looking more into these V2s to see if I pick up 1 or 2 of these as well, just to continue to build that collection, because this is one of those projects that I really believe in, and it's just great quality, and I really like the support behind it and the whole Bitboy Crypto Squad. So I think that if you are looking for a good place to start, this may be an opportunity for you. Once again, you can read into their storyline. Very well done. They talk about Pluto Alliance, the battle has begun. Access utility. They want to be able to make it rain on their verified aliens, like I mentioned. They're also going to go after and create a merchandise store, and that's going to get a lot of visibility to this particular project. Revenue share, 50% of all OpenSea royalties will be given back to the community, half of which will go to the forged panels. They want to make sure to keep rewarding the Pluto Alliance holders and do it unlike any other project. So let's take a look at what I have in my NFT collection to date, specific to Pluto Alliance. Starting with this first one, this is my Uranus 6103. So you can see from the number out of the 10,000, not the most rare, and I hadn't realized at the time that the placement of your purchase at the pre-sale actually created an opportunity for you to get a better randomized and more rare alien. But this one is not a bad start. A king background, which is more rare, and it's got a few traits. So I think currently if you go onto OpenSea, still at 0.08, which is below the original floor price that I had obtained these for. But what's great about NFTs is that they are tied to crypto, and in this particular case, Ethereum. And so as Ethereum pumps, then obviously your original purchase floor price and where it grows to also grows with the volatility of crypto. And so when Ethereum is pumping, then obviously these are worth a lot more than what you originally paid for them, on top of what the supply and demand is doing. So that's what I really like about these. And that's why I continue to look for those projects where I can buy in early and potentially turn this into a bit of a side hustle to make some short-term trades and gains. This was the second Uranus 6104 of the NFTs that I had gotten on that pre-sale mint through the Pluto Alliance website on September 15th. And it was a great experience. I didn't have much trouble. My brother had told me about some previous NFT purchases, and he had a lot of trouble and challenges with being able to connect wallets and make sure that he had the funds and necessary means to be able to buy the NFTs and avoid those scammers out there. So this one is much more simple. They call it a naked alien, meaning that it doesn't have a whole lot of traits as far as it doesn't have a whole lot of traits, but nobody really knows at the end of the day what the big picture is for these. And so I have these two V1 aliens, and it's not from the most rare planet, but there definitely is still some rarity to it. About a month after I minted those first two aliens, I went on to OpenSea once Pluto Alliance was verified, and I started looking through just what was in the buy now, and I came across this Mercury. And at the time, the particular person who had listed it at 0.43 Ethereum, and I think back then it was around $1,500. And so I ended up buying this because I was seeing other Mercuries that were selling for more than that price, and so I thought it was a decent deal, and in the long term I'm going to make some good money off this one. And I think that I may even just hold on to these aliens and not really look to flip, because I really stand behind this Pluto Alliance project. And so making money may mean that I'm just getting some sort of staking reward once they develop this game, as well as just continued airdrops for anybody who is a alien holder. So this is also obviously a V1, but a lot more rarity. And before I jump over and talk about where this particular one is on rarity tool, I want to show that in owning this particular NFT and planet, they keep doing randomized airdrops for different alien holders of different planets. So I was lucky enough just here in the last few days to get this drop, and this was off the Coin League Champions, Doge number 619. And I saw some of these, if you look in this Doge collection, were a couple $100, $200 to $300, but it's nothing I had to do anything for. It's a passive gain for me. And so I'm starting to see the benefits of where this project is going, and they really are standing behind their word and wanting to find ways to share revenue and to do a lot of giveaways to be able to keep the original backers and supporters of their project to want to stay with this project and continue to just build out this community and help everybody enjoy the benefits of investing in NFTs.